I'm gonna go grab some food, maybe.
Yeah, you're not gonna miss much. Just 20 minutes of nothing. Alright, I know what to call this file now. Unfortunately, there's no exclamation points. There's just a bunch of L's in place of it. Just squint, you might see a dot. Okay, now all I just see is jail lines. No. We're just gonna scream moon. And let's go ahead and do this. Time to go to the moon. But unfortunately, we gotta get through first cycle. So that's gonna be like 20 minutes. Which sucks. I want to show beating this without cheats, and the best way to do it is actually use a file from the beginning. Although, I don't know how it's gonna work in the end.
The game?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know how this is gonna work in the end, because the one thing I could have shown in the practice run before we swapped is that this game does a weird thing when it comes to determining if you're in the first cycle of the game or past that point and have Deku Mask. The check for it is not Deku Mask in your inventory, it's actually the Ocarina. So if you don't have the Ocarina Time in your inventory, Termina Field works very differently. And for safety purposes, I'm going to be going out of my way to get the bottle in this run. So I can get a fairy and just constantly get infinite fairies by duping over my Ocarina slot with Equip Swap, which deletes it from my inventory and resets us back to first cycle. When I beat this game doing the moonwarp with that little thing to overwrite the bottle, I couldn't get to the credits. My game just crashed.
The heck?
And I think it's because I didn't have Ocarina anymore. It didn't know what version of Termina to load, so it just crashed the game. I can't believe I'm going to play the game. Me too.
I can't believe SonicGhost is actually going to play a game instead of, mercilessly breaking it.
I mean, that is happening. It's still going to be broken beyond belief.
I mean, have you seen the Let's Play we did of this? He couldn't even play it then. Normally.
Why don't we get into Ocarina? And I just warped again in the first hour.
Alright, that's it. I'm canceling that Let's Play.
Yeah.
By the way, no, I still haven't had a chance to practice yet.
Install better OT.
I need to. I need to just do it. Get away from my Switch for a couple hours every night.
He can't actually beat it, so he glitches his way to beat it. I'm just terrible at these video games, so I have to literally break it to win.
Lester can't beat Ocarina of Time. He has to cheat to win.
He can't play it normally. He honestly can't. But he did on League, at least.
No, he didn't.
I was going to say, that was a normal playthrough. With half
That
the
was
crap I did.
playthrough.
Man, just wait until we get to this game for the channel. It'll be just as broken. Maybe more. We got a bit before we get to Majora's Mask. They can find way more weird stuff. I mean, SRM already is a huge weird thing, because you can kind of warp wherever you feel like. I can do debug menu and hack everything into the game. So there's a lot of weird stuff I can already do for the playthrough.
No, he did a normal playthrough for League.
No, he didn't.
On Ocarina, he did.
He created the timeline of food.
Yeah, I did 2 playthroughs.
Okay,
You know what's
normal.
the funny thing? We can actually do the same thing for this because of moonwarp now. It'd just be longer. By like 30 minutes. It's actually, no, like, I think the record for Ocarina of Time is 90% is like, if you're a guy of the game, like around 17, 18 minutes, somewhere around there. And then you get to this game now, which is about like 29 minutes. It's insane.
That's not bad.
They're about a 10-minute gap away from each other now. It's really low.
This is why I'll never get into like hacking and speedrunning video games. I actually like to play them normally.
Yeah. I mean, the fun thing, I always just like looking at the stuff because it just sees every in and out of a game. It's just interesting to see what can be done, whether it be natural or not. And just the fact that you can literally go from beginning of the game to end game in both this and Ocarina is just insane. The playthrough's gonna be 28 parts, 25 are just glitch showcases. Pretty much. It's actually not wrong. Because almost every episode of Majora's Mask playthrough we did, it's like, alright, here's some cool trick.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I don't really think there's much of a concern for crashing in Ocarina of Time. Because one of the tricks I wanted to show in Majora's Mask, I got lucky it didn't crash. Because it can easily crash the game.
So when are you guys doing Wind Waker playthrough together? Even like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Never.
Man's like, I'm not playing that with him. I already did a randomizer with
The only one we're allowed to actually do that with is Twilight Princess, because Twilight Princess just sits in a corner when nothing new is discovered. Like, that game, in terms of a speedrun scene, has been kind of the same for the past few years. Nothing very major has been found. Not in the same scales like every other 3D Zelda game. Literally every other game besides Twilight Princess has had some major stuff in the past year or two.
Don't ask Matt to play it with you within the next 5 or 10 years, because he still won't be done with his playthrough by then.
Oh my god.
Man, that's a sick burn.
I'm joking.
I know.
I hope you get it done within the next 2 weeks.
Hope so too.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's first cycle. I'm going to get more food. Wake me up when he's done.
Imagine trying to do like something like this to get to a major part of the game, but with Kingdom Hearts 2 first cycle.
Oh my gosh. Amber, it's Ridley.
And that is why practice ROMs and cheat codes are a godsend.
Because the intro for Kingdom Hearts 2 is literally 2.5 hours.
Although I'm not exactly sure how you would prepare something like that, because for speedrun sense, they would use the newest version, which would be PS4, or maybe even Xbox One now, depending on a preference or loading. You can't really use cheats on those platforms. So you would just have to make a save and play through all that crap. But keep on making new saves to practice each individual area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember when ZFG was doing a bunch of runs of this for like 2 days. Oh man, I'll just reset. That's another 8 minutes of cutscene before I can play the game. And then you get to just trying to get to the moonwarp setup. It's like, alright, that was about 20 minutes of cutscene. Now let's just do the grotto warping. And oh, I failed that. That's 20 minutes. 20 minutes of cutscenes.
Oh my gosh. Like a game like I'm playing Metroid Zero Mission right now just because I want to play it again. And
Oh,
forget
my
how
timing
much
is weird on this because I'm working with like a fraction of a second sound delay. It's such a minor thing, but it's enough in these kind of games to screw me over.
what I'm saying is like I'm playing this game and it just reminds me, it's just like, man, you don't have to worry about cutscenes or anything like that because this game doesn't have any.
Yeah, pretty much. The most it really has is sometimes when you go to a new area, it may show like a quick thing of Ridley and Mother Brain. It's like a minute, then you're done.
Not even a minute, it's like 20 seconds.
Yeah, probably the longest one is after you beat Mother Brain, and then you get shot down. So that's probably like 2 or 3 minutes right there. And that's not that bad.
You about ready to fight Ridley?
That's where I'm gonna go, is trying to get. I won't be at Ridley for a couple minutes, but I don't know if
I don't know anything about the Metroid game. So.
Well, I played this game so much I can beat it in an hour and a half.
Get better?
I know.
Yeah, right.
Maybe I should stream a Metroid game just for fun. Blind, I mean.
So whatever you do, don't play the first one. You'll hate
don't play it.
everything.
Well, I was thinking Prime if I stream one.
That's probably one of the easier ones to get into, especially with the guidance system it has. It's a pretty good beginner's Metroid. I mean, if you want the easiest Metroid games to easily get into, it's either Prime 3 or Fusion, since they're both linear. If you want like the true non-linear experience, it's probably Prime.
Well, I was thinking Prime because I know I started playing it a couple years back, but I never got far into it, and I want to at least finish it one day. Now, the better question is the GameCube version or the Wii version?
We
We.
way better in controls.
Oh,
And plus, that extra field of view thing makes a big difference when it comes to a first-person game. You can actually see enemies coming your way and aim upwards.
Okay, then I'll stream the GameCube version just to piss you off.
Yeah,
well,
that'd be more for your sake to get pissed off.
No, if the Wii's better, I'll do the Wii version. I just might need some help on how to play the game. If I ever do.
Kira says, I wish I was good at games. Same.
Lester!
that was a good games too.
Matthew!
Oh my goodness.
So I bet that Prime 4 we're never gonna get.
Yeah, eventually.
Everybody's worried about retro because Nintendo's been putting up like lead designer like job openings for retro studios, and I'm just like, that could be something else, guys. You guys are worrying.
Oh yeah, I mean, they do this stuff all the time when they add more people to a group. Just so they can work on games easier. This stuff just happens in studios. It doesn't mean that retro's dissolving into nothing. I don't know why I was going to Bomb Shop. I'm thinking ahead. Yeah, Monolith's doing that all the time because that's what they're doing now with Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
They're hiring more people to work on that project.
I bet you any amount of money, we'll probably see Prime 4. At least to see something about it this year.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to definitely see something 2020.
We probably won't see like a release window, but we'll definitely see something about it this year.
Yeah.
We have to.
Like, 2 games that got announced and then no news has come out for a while was Bayonetta 3 and then Prime 4. We're gonna get Bayonetta 3 way before Prime 4, I feel like. Alright, it's time for the worst garden in existence. Actually, wait a minute. Before I do that, I almost forgot to get this berry. It's been a bit, okay?
So, about that Majora's Mask re-LP we need to do is I'm still uploading the first one.
Yeah. Okay, now time for the worst garden in existence. You suck at your job. Literally squeezed past him.
Especially since Nintendo flat out said, hey, Prime 4 isn't doing well. We have to start over from scratch.
And that's fine. I appreciate them.
Yeah, they're
Like I
being
said-
honest about it and as transparent as possible. Because a lot of other studios would just say, it's still in the works, but not really describe by how much. So, they're more transparent than a lot of other studios about this thing. I don't want that blue, please. Thank you. Now, since I brought up Bayonetta before, I'm kind of curious how that remaster really will be. I feel like it's not going to be a real remaster. It's just going to be a glorified, like, 4K port, which is basically the PC version.
When did Bayonetta first come out?
2008.
Yeah.
It's been that old?
Yeah, the game's over a decade old at this point.
Jeez.
I need to play the second one. I haven't had a chance to play
Yeah,
it.
the second one's really good. I know a lot of people say it's better than the first in their opinions. I'm kind of mixed on it, because on one hand, I think gameplay-wise it is, but story-wise it's even more all over the place than the first, so... I don't know. It kind of depends. I like both games equally. It's like when you tell me, like, this game is your favorite over Ocarina, I'm like, I kind of see it, but I'm also thinking they're so similar in my, like, ranking system. I feel the same way about both Bayonetta as I do Ocarina and Majora. They're just both really good games.
Yeah, we're talking about the PS4, Xbox One release.
Yeah, since
One
that's
more
supposed to come out in just a few months, and I have no idea how that's going to be compared to, PC at that point. I feel like it's just going to be the PC version. Which literally means nothing. It's going to be just a prettier version. By prettier, I mean, we took the texture pack to high to very high.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Lester, because I just looked over at my Steam, I went and bought some stuff on the Steam sale last night, and
Oh no, your
one of
wallet.
the games that, huh?
Oh no, your wallet.
Oh yeah. Oh no, the $15 I spent.
You probably got 20 games with that, knowing Steam sales.
Close to it. Let's put it that way. But one of the games I bought, you already got, but now we can play multiplayer on it if you want to later on. You know, after we finish Saints Row 2 and Ocarina recordings. And...
Well, more or less, we gotta figure out how the heck to get the Saints Row 2 thing back up and running, since our original method died. And they still... They announced they're doing a remaster, so to say, of the game on PC, which is literally just to fix all the issues the PC version has, but they haven't said when. I hope it's sooner rather than later, because those servers are very dead.
I still say we just finish what we started at least.
Oh, of course, because we're pretty much at the end of the game. I think it's just a few more story missions and then we're there. There's like a couple more settings.
Hope they're not using the PS3 version as the base, because I've heard that one's really bad.
Yeah,
it is, but they never do. For the Wii U version and onwards, they've always used the 360 version as the base version for porting, which is the version that was actually optimized. So each port of the game got more and more optimized. Like, Wii U and Switch are very identical when it comes to how they run, although Switch is slightly more stable with a better frame rate, but they look the same. They're both in 720. And then the PC version is just flat out just a 360 version unlocked, so you can just crack up the settings as high as you want. But yeah, honestly, I say if anyone gets the Bayonetta games, probably get it on the Switch, because you get both Bayonetta 1 and 2 if you buy it physically for like super cheap.
Well, I bet you any amount of money they'll put Vanquish on the store eventually.
I wouldn't be surprised if Vanquish gets a Switch port, because it would easily run on the Switch, and around the time they would release both Vanquish and Bayonetta on PS4 and 1, they can easily just announce, hey, we're also going to do the same thing on the Switch, just a little bit later. Because they brought the game over the backwards compatibility on the Xbox One like 2 or 3 years ago, something like that, and then around the same time released it on PC. So they will just randomly port the game. They just gotta do it.
What's supposed to do that?
Yeah. I don't know. I bet you any amount of money they're gonna Nintendo Direct next month.
I wouldn't be surprised between either January or February we get a Direct, like early February at the latest. 'Cause we haven't gotten any news for a while, so they'll probably just wait until the new year and like a little bit into the year to do it. Not like the first week or two.
Wait, Pono wasn't in this cutscene? What the hell?
Yeah, so fun fact about this cutscene, if you're playing this game on Wii U Virtual Console, this cutscene in particular has a horrible case of slowdown. The Wii U, for some reason, cannot handle this, and it runs in half the frame rate. It's terrible. Like, Wii U VC is notoriously known for being bad for N64, but then when you get to the Zelda games in particular, it really shines. It's like, oh, wow. Did no one ever play this? It sucks that they just didn't use, like, the same emulator for the Wii N64 VC games. They just got a completely different team to do it. Because the guy who did the Wii game, the Wii N64 games, just kind of knew what he was doing emulation-wise. The guys that got it for the Wii U N64 emulation, I swear, they just downloaded, like, the earliest version of Project 64 and called it a day. Hell, Project 64 can emulate games better than the Wii U.
Just weird that it could run fine on Wii, but Wii U has this.
Yeah, the thing that's even more powerful.
Yeah.
That definitely shows that they got the wrong team for the job. Very unoptimized. My favorite thing is that if you have Donkey Kong 64 and Wii U VC, the intro cutscene just desyncs. Because there's no lag.
Isn't that also the one that is like really dark?
Yeah, unless you mod your system, it's very hard to see anything. If you're trying to play that game, good luck on World 4. It's one of the darkest worlds. World 4 World 4 and 7, I think, are the two worst case scenarios about darkness. They're very hard to see in the original N64 release. Good luck on Wii U.
Shaking you.
I still want to know where he pours his organ out of.
Yeah, it just kind of comes out of nowhere, and this is the only time you ever see it, so that was just a random thing. Really?
I know
Recognize
that's
my
not...
right. Thank you. Yeah, playing songs is hard, especially if you're not playing N64. Sometimes you wish you had a C button. And so we still got this long cutscene to go. So, what was that other game you picked up? Co-op wise? I want to hear what it's called. I don't have anything else to talk about at this point.
The Minecraft-like game.
Oh, Terraria?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. No, I know for a fact Allison and Corey would be excited about that one, too, because they love that game. I still gotta finish our playthrough we started there, because I think we got a good chunk of our world explored. We just haven't, finished it.
But that was on sale, and a couple others I picked up. I don't know if you'd be interested in them, but I got them because I like them, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I definitely have to look at the list.
But, I mean, that's why we Steam share, family share, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's why I can't install everything you got on your list.
Yeah. There's just not enough space.
My hard drive is almost full already.
It's all your fault, Lester.
Yeah, I had to actually kind of juggle around some data because I almost filled up my 5 terabyte external that is used for archiving stuff. I actually had to take off a bunch of raw footage that's not being used, put it on a different drive. Got about a terabyte back from just doing that. I have about a terabyte of Splatoon 1 and 2 footage. That shows how much I put into those playthroughs.
Oh,
Splatoon 2 is 600 gigs. Splatoon 1 is about 200. I had a lot more 2 footage. probably helped that I played every single event this time around. So the first game where I played like maybe 10.
I also picked up the sequel to the Moon game called Finding Paradise.
Oh yeah. Actually, was that a sequel? Was that like a prequel? I know like they did something weird with that series where one of them was a prequel.
I think it's a sequel, but if it is a prequel, at least it's still related to the game.
Yeah, that's the main important thing here. It's still like in the same world and all that. I just don't know what they classified it as.
I was interested in trying those games out, and then when I seen that was on sale, it's like, ooh, I'll pick that up for $2.
I mean, you might as well at that point, right?
I heard it was actually pretty good, so I was like, I'm not gonna miss out on that. Good. Otherwise, I'd have.
Okay, we're getting some Gerbil stuff here. What was it? What was any of that? I don't have English.
I said I didn't want to miss out on picking that one up because I heard it was good and it was cheap for $2 on the sale. But otherwise, I'd have to pay like $7 for it.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap in comparison.
I like how this guy is always carrying that bomb around.
It never goes off.
Never goes.
Check the dang sign. Thank you. Why was that so hard, Link?
It's hard. Checking signs is hard.
Oh man, listen to that audio chug. Oh man. I don't like
Now,
this right
Lester,
now.
this is not normal.
This isn't normal, Lester.
We're done with normal. We have first cycle.
I told you, he can't play a game normally anymore, even when he tries.
Ah, crap. Too low.
You felt it before.
Nah, I actually did that a little too low, so I had to actually go buy more bomb juice. That is not what I wanted. Fine, I know where to get money quick. I can always get it from the bank, but honestly, I kind of need that money for the second portion. I do this in 3 cycles just to be safe. So unfortunately for me, I need to go get some more money.
You need to think of a new recording and streaming project. I don't know. Have you tried playing a game?
You're only saying that because we watched some guy Johnny.
The first thing came to mind.
Which game? Again, you kind of cut out when you said it.
A Kirby game.
Oh, Kirby. I mean, that's always easy and short, too, which always helps. Yeah, this is just being safe. Because having this much money now, I'm going to buy 2 sets of bomb shoes, not just 1. And I could also get a bomb refill. Because I can rob that guy of everything he's worth.
I was always so glad that chest was there when we recorded because that helped out a lot. That chest and the one hidden over by the stairs.
Oh yeah, they're very helpful. ground jumping also lets me get past this. Yep. Okay. I tried way too hard at doing something else. That's fine. I'm in a state right now that makes it so that no one can interact, because at that point, if you leave and come out of the sewers for the first time like that, and you didn't do the Bombers game, but you somehow know the code, they still give you the book. Thanks for the free bomb juice. You're only supposed to be able to buy one set if you have 99 rupees, so I just robbed them. You mash A, you have enough time to spend money you're getting rid of. There you go. There you go. I want the extra owl statue here. Now, it would have been faster. I got that first try, not third try. Whatever. I'm just trying to get my way over to Swamp. I want to get the bottle, and then immediately after that, I'm going to learn the warping song. Because again, doing this in 3 cycles.
Then when he gets to the palace, he's going to warp himself.
Spoilers, jeez. It's not like he didn't show that earlier, though.
Yeah, really. Spoilers, I seen it. That was way too early and I got a ground jump. Alright, if I fail this one, I'm just walking. We're walking.
We're taking the L.
I said I want to beat this game in one setting. I didn't say I can do it fast. Wait, I actually just realized, do I have enough bombs? How many bombs do I have? That's actually important. Okay, that should be enough. I just have to be careful not to screw this up too much. I need bombs to get past one of these octopus creatures. So I need to make sure I don't waste these. Now this place originally was the first moonwarp setup. You actually did it in Southern Swamp. You would manipulate a blue rupee you get up ahead with Zora. But it's such a hard manipulation thing to do. So this new one that you just do in Deku Palace, way better. I swear, you guys always said eggplant in my mind. Sounds like eggplant.
Eggplant.
We don't have that in this game, sorry.
But we do have it in Twitch chat. Alright, now I get the bottle. And from here, I gotta be careful with bombs.
We ought to be careful with them anyway,
Yes.
so don't get hurt when they explode.
I was hoping one of those could have had a bomb drop. I don't think they normally do.
But Lester, you gotta get the heart piece on top of the house.
Just, I'm not a Goron. That's the easy way to get it. Yeah, maybe the grass in this area, possibly. Sometimes grass does, sometimes it doesn't. It's like weirdly selective.
It sounded like you said the good grass on our end.
That too.
It's like, which one's good and which one's bad?
I think all this is technically the bad grass. Yeah, because this arrangement normally is just money. Yeah, it's all just money. Alright, let me just be careful with the 7 bombs. If I screw this up, then I gotta go back the clock down. Which I don't want to do. Seven should be enough, though. It just depends. Depends if I'm bad, which means we're going back the clock down. They already drowned. That already shows how bad I am.
Maybe Link's just tired of you cheating the whole time.
Well,
or I'm sorry, Boone.
Alright, so this blue rupee up ahead, this one here, on the flower I'm standing on, that was the old moonwarp setup. You used that one. You basically grabbed it constantly and shifted around such a weird way and did SRM that caused the game's state to be in a completely different way. And by doing so, you would manipulate the rupee. I meant to play inverted, not normal. You use the rupee to manipulate where the game would send you with owl statues. So you would save at the owl statue here and reload your file on the moon at the Majora fight.
Huh.
Yeah, that was a very interesting one. Okay, we're good. First bomb. And now I don't have to worry about screwing this up too much if I don't waste too much of my health, because I have a potion. I can always use the potion if I had to. Problem with this guy is he has the hugest suck box, I'm gonna call it. You can be nowhere near this Octorok, and he sucks you in. Alright, we're past him. This one I actually have to get sucked into.
You did it. That's all that matters. Nobody cares about the save and the Song of Soaring right now.
No, I do. I want this. There's all the reason why we're here. I mean, all this stuff I'm doing is unnecessary. I can literally now, if I just want to go to the moon, go into Deku Palace. But I'm not doing that because I honestly can't do the fight without Zora. I need the Zora mask. So we're gonna get that as a detour. Alright, going in here is a precaution because I need this area to load on the map. Actually, wait a minute. No, that's not the value I needed. But I'm right next to it, so it doesn't matter. That actually sends me back the clock down now if I need to. Selecting that on my map. What I actually need is Deku Palace.
I know I've said this before, but I love the music of Deku Palace.
It's good, and it's definitely a song you hear a lot if you're doing glitches in this game now. Debug menu, SRM. You can pretty much do anything you want in this place. So you like the music, get used to that when you're playing Song of Soaring for 10 minutes.
I would still like it even after that. I like the remix of it too that Chugga put on his playthrough when he did Majora's Mask.
That was a long time ago.
Yep.
Gosh.
Bad Decupals can't be ported to OOT. I mean, it probably can be remixed into the game, but yeah, not like directly ported in. I mean, actually, it depends, because I know some Ocarina of Time ROM packs that just flat out use Majora's Mask songs. It just depends on, guess, on which ones that they can actually use into the game. Portions without importing the correct instruments. Yeah, so it just sounds a little more weird in general. It just wouldn't sound natural.
He's dead.
Oh no, he's dead.
Lester, he's already dead.
Let's make him super dead.
Well,
Think about that. All the bombs in the forehead. Alright, everyone, get your Bible thumps in the chat.
Bible thumps.
Here's mine.
Kira's like, alright, I'll play along.
Kira's like, Bible thump. Bye, Mikau. I'm sorry. We couldn't save you.
No one could be saved. We'll go ahead and save Darinia's spirit. Or, what was the guy's name again? The Goron? It's been a while.
No, not
Not Darunia. I keep on thinking that, but that's Ocarina of Time. Darmani. There we go. Just saying it over my head. Got it. Darmani is the one. We're gonna save his ghost. And by save his ghost, I mean forget about him. Because we're never getting Goron Mask. Which actually kind of sucks, since he's the only one that's actually dead but in spirit form. So, he's stuck in purgatory.
Like, I gotta pay my respects to this guy I never met. Okay, I'm done now.
Pretty much.
And I'm just gonna put on his face and not be freaked out.
Yeah, basically.
What does that say?
Iago.
Alright, well, all that I just did was set up just to get ready for Moon. I'm ready for Moon, so let's work our way to Moon.
No.
You said Iago.
Well, that's his name is Iago. Just because he has the same name as the bird doesn't mean. I killed him. He's dead bird bug now.
He's a dead bird bug now.
Yeah, dead bird bug.
I don't
Lester
even know
sent
what's
help.
going on. I'm just looking at Link dying.
He was fighting a giant bug.
You know the mini boss of Ridley's lair?
Yeah.
In Metroid Zero. I'm guessing not.
He said yeah.
Yeah, I said yes.
Okay, I thought I didn't hear you.
Nope. I know exactly what the boss is talking about.
Well, his name is Iago.
I forget that thing has a name.
Are you supposed to skip all that?
I can't if I wanted to. I didn't want to fight all those. No.
Didn't mean to pause there. It's fine. Thanks for the free bombs. I stole from you again. Can't stop me.
He'll never say anything.
I'm also trying to be very careful there, because on that screen, that's a glitch called index warp. So basically hitting that weird owl statue from earlier now allows me to warp wherever I feel like by selecting a specific thing on the map. But if I use that warp, and on that map screen, if I like move the joystick while warping, it crashes the game. So I gotta be careful not to touch the stick at all. I still remember when Index Warp was first found. That was like one of the biggest breaks for this game. And now here we are, we're moonwarping. The fabled thing. Oh, I hate that freaking Deku so much. Always does this. Always. He always snipes. Come here.
Freaking dragonfly.
I'm not gonna get sniped by you next. Why'd I do that? I meant to hit A. I hit X by mistake. Alright, it's time. It's time to leave this puny Earth and go to the moon.
Go to the moon, young Link.
At this point, I only need Ocarina. Let me get the Zora mask on. So it already starts like super broken to do moonwarp because those guards are failing at their job. You can just jump over their heads. Alright, now let's count to 7.
Trying to do speed boost. Just shine spot.
There we
Look at
go.
you,
That's
Jake.
7.
I'm really speed running. I got what you do it to get the items.
Now get on the ledge. Make your way up to the top platform. Hit this pot, grab magic. Get in this corner, backflip. Slash to the right, jump over here to the left. Move over to the specific spot, drop a bomb. This bomb slide off of the pot. Wait for 2 frames where the pot is off screen. That's frame 2. This should be it. That looked a little sketchy, but it should be fine. Look onto that wall. Turn it over here. ESS turn 1 left, which is the hardest part of the video game. That, I think, was 1. I really hope that was not a 2-turn. Throw invisible pot, and get caught by a very specific guard, and we win. Send me to the moon, good sir.
Never.
Welcome to the moon. I thought I screwed up the super slide off the pot. I kind of got lucky there. I think it looked like it could have been a frame early, so I thought it was going to fail, but luckily it was the right frame. You have to grab that invisible pot on the correct frame. If it's a frame rate, a frame early or a frame late, it can send you somewhere completely different.
Frame rate.
So I had to be very careful there.
It is a frame rate issue.
Yeah, that's more like a weird loading issue.
Yeah. But he said frame rate, so I was making fun of him.
That took so many explosives just to slide.
Also, I liked how it made you go into the with the Goron when you didn't even have the Goron mask. It's like, here, this is for not getting the mask.
There we go. Okay. So, for safety purposes, what I'm doing is I'm equipping my fairy bottle over Ocarina. So, equip swapping the fairy bottle on top of that is going to give me infinite fairies for this fight. So, I don't have to worry about dying now because I have an infinite supply of health. Alright, now are you guys ready for 20 minutes of Majora? Because I suck at Majora when it comes to this setup. Oh, it's hard. And in the 90% speedruns, I don't even get Zora Mask now. They just come here with Deku and bombs. This fight in the 90% speedrun is 100% luck. If you're gonna get a good time or not. It all depends on what Majora does.
That's scary.
It is very scary. And the whole fight in general is just scary.
Something funny in regards to falling.
Failing with the bot grab.
Oh, I didn't see it. It said falling on my eye.
See, we all can't read. I'm not the only one.
That's just like I'm not the only one that can read tonight.
Oh, that's just night. It said Twitch leaked.
Oh, this is ZFG.
Yeah, there's interesting reactions and like different outcomes you get, but I know one of them is just crashing the game. If you do like a setup run, the reason why I go into like the area where you load in everything 7 times, the reason why I have to go in there on the 7th attempt with a bomb is that the bomb is one of the things for SRM. If I did that hover with a bomb shoot, the game would crash. Getting the invisible pot, it just crashes the game. Alright, take off this mask.
He threw it away. And crash.
Wow.
See what I mean? It depends. Oh, what? I was still on fire? Well, that means I have to redo phase 1 again, but that's not too big of a deal. I didn't know I was still on fire. That was interesting. I'm also doing a slight glitch here to make, like, just constantly attacking Majora slightly easier. If you hold down the B button and then do a jump slash, you go back into a boomerang state. And by doing this, I can infinitely throw boomerangs. Because notice how I'm curling my arms up and I don't have my actual, like, boomerang arms yet.
Did you listen to the music change when he went back to the area with the pod?
Oh,
Yeah.
you linked the clip where he grabs the invisible pot and then, like, I believe the song that plays there is the music you hear in a Comet Canyon. Like the Funhouse music.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you guys are going to have a super hard time hearing it because you guys are headphone haters. Don't be headphone haters. Alright, here comes phase 2. Phase 2 is not as bad as phase 1. It's much easier to stunlock Majora's Incarnation. It still doesn't mean we can die here. I can easily die from just something blind shot. Just like one thing's coming out of nowhere and hitting me. That can easily happen.
He's an incarnation. He's an incantation.
No, I said incarnation.
Oh. Oh, you heard you say incantation. Like what?
No, I think it's really scary one, though. Majora's Mask.
Oh, it's the worst one. That's the whole reason why I have an infinite fairy going on right now.
Yeah, because I can see you're already down to half a heart. But then again...
Oh, that actually killed him. I didn't know he was on 1 hit. Wow, okay. Well, I hit Incarnation by not hitting Incarnation. Good. Now for the hardest form. Majora's Wrath. The whole reason why we needed a fairy. Well, there's my death. This is why we have fairies. I got blindsided by a mask off screen shooting me. My favorite.
Oh yeah, my friend.
Alright, well now that means I gotta do this again. Whip swap is the hardest trick in the game. This is why I said this fight's gonna take 20 minutes. 10 minutes of just menuing.
That's alright. Whatever you gotta do to beat
This
it.
is super difficult compared to Ocarina of Time. The menus are way faster in this game than Ocarina, which makes the quip swapping so much harder.
Wait, it looks like you hit him, but you hit one of the masks.
Yeah, because he jumped out of the way. That's what? Look at the time. You don't have 3 days left. I know. I'm fighting Majora. Shut up. I forgot. You can get tattle messages in the middle of this fight if you do moonwarping, which is definitely not supposed to happen.
Oh, it's not supposed to happen.
Look at the time. You don't have 3 days left. Paddle, do you know where we're at?
Battle. I don't think it matters at this point.
Moon's already been stopped. Oh my gosh, Lester, give him a break.
No, if he gives him a break, he dies. Crazy camera.
And we beat the video game. Take that, Majora. Stun locking. I can't do the stun lock with jump slashes, but man, I can do it with single slashes. It just takes double the time, but that's still safer than fighting him normally.
Good job beating the game with 3 hearts, Lester.
And that took about an hour, actually, which is kind of what I predicted. That is pretty insane. For the record, before Moonwarp and Debug were found, this is below the world record time for percent. The record beforehand had you going through dungeons that was around like a 111, somewhere around that range. So this was faster than like the any percent record at the beginning of 2019. That's how big of a time save Moonwarp does, and I did it the sloppiest way possible. This is not a speedrun by any means. And it still beat the original 20% time. That's how huge of a glitch this is. Now I'm curious, can we get past this scene? Because I don't have Ocarina anymore. And I'm worried that this is going to basically crash because it's resending me back to first cycle state. I mean, look at that slowdown that was in the cutscene. That's not natural. Oh, wait, I think we're getting past it. I never saw this screen before. Yeah, we did it. So when I originally did this, I did a Moonwarp playthrough like a week ago or so. And when I got past that Giants cutscene after beating Majora, my game just flat out crashed. So I think I know what happened now. I got a VC crash after I beat the game. Insult to injury on that one. I thought it was because I didn't have Ocarina anymore, but no, it was just a VC crash. Great. To be fair, that's probably my first time I got a VC crash in Majora's Mask. And of course, it was with a weird glitch. Yeah, submit this run to get on the leaderboard. Yeah, that'd be something. I mean, I'd probably be higher placed than some of the other people who didn't do Moonwarp yet. I don't know where this would put me. I didn't have a timer, so that's why I wouldn't submit it. But if I did have a timer, I wonder where that would put me. Let me see here. I'm gonna estimate my time just based on like when we started this playthrough in general. So I don't know if these times actually could be accurate on the website, because the first thing I see when I went to Zelda speedruns is that the fastest time was from Enop, and it's a 1:15. So I'm pretty sure that is not up to date. He definitely does not have a 1:15 anymore. He has like a 29-minute run.
I don't even know what happened. The game's already over.
He's like, Didn't even fight any bosses except Majora.
Yeah, this site's not up to date. Let me check speedrun.com. I think that may be the more up to date website for this. Oh, cool. On the first run I get to see pop up on the website is Muppets Race Mania. Okay, cool.
Oh god.
That is not what I was expecting as my first thing on the site. Okay, yep, speedrun.com is way more accurate. The world record right now is in 28 minutes and 17 seconds by Up. Not surprising. That guy is known as pretty much the 90% god of this game. He's always getting his times really low. So, let's see. My time would put me... If I had a timer going, this would put me around 25th place. That's not bad. That is honestly not bad at all. Yeah, even Kira just said that too. Yeah, so I'll be around 25th. Which definitely makes me think that the run in that place... Yeah, this is 8 months ago. This is right before Moonwarp was found. This was back in the early days of the route. Now, basically, the old 90% of this game is just all dungeons.
But guys, I beat it in an hour and I don't even get to stay for the celebration?
Nope. In fact, this cutscene is going to be very barren because we only have 2 masks. One of them we started with. So you actually get to see the credits with basically nothing.
No
Feels very empty.
Celebrating.
No, nothing.
There you go. Beat it. An hour. That was fast. Now let's reset and do it again. Now we'll do a real speedrun. Get them splits. Now, I've always wanted to bring this scene up in particular. This scene always kind of bothered me because here you have Zora Link in particular. It's Zora Link playing this concert for their celebration. But Link is riding back home now to the Lost Woods after this point. Macau's dead. Who is that? That's not Link. He's gone. That's not Macau. He's dead. This is a completely different dude. Because no way that's just the mask taking on its own spirit. They can't do that. Or it could be Link decided to hang out. That's the only thing I could think of, but it's like... It's hard to really say, only because Link is so determined to leave before the celebration starts, and then you see Link playing in the concert. Like, which one is it? Did he leave? Did he stay? I will say, this is still one of my favorite credits themes of all time, just in general. I swear, the N64 just had bangers for credit songs. Mario Kart 64, Ocarina, Majora, Super Mario 64, like any game you can think of had amazing credits. Maybe just drop the Zora mask, someone put it on, just as the band walked by and recognized him. That would be something. Oh, what's this mask? Oh god, I'm a Zora, what happened? Oh hey, Macau, do you want to join a concert? I don't even know how to play. But somehow I know how to play this guitar?
You didn't even say the Deku Princess, what the fuck?
Nope. And now again, just nothing, because in this game, the credits is dictated by what masks you collect for side quests. So half of these credits are just going to be a black screen with a mask rotating, because we have none of these. Which means the most heartwarming ending scene in this game with the wedding. Yeah, it's going to be boring.
I mean, nothing. Didn't even get the Great Fairies mask.
Nope, don't need it. You can really see the cropping in this cutscene, so kind of letterbox, because that hair is kind of clipping off screen a bit. You get nothing, you lose.
Who's half of the people in this game? We didn't even meet them.
Yeah. Pretty much. The only person we met is like mask salesman, really.
Oh, mask, didn't even get that.
Don't even need it. That mask is infamous if you're doing low percent. Although low percent now is stupid because it's just debug menu, which means you kind of basically just... Actually, no, low percent may be slightly different now because the moonwarp, you probably just do the any percent route. But in the past, before debug and any percent moonwarp was found, low percent basically had you just using the blast mask to do bomb hovering. So the climb up to the top of Stone Tower, that would take like 20 minutes, something like that, because they just used bomb mask and hovered up. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Ridley's dead. Took 2 seconds.
You're mean to him.
Ridley and Zero Mission, if you have everything you need. Right, Lester?
You kind of cut out slightly, so I heard Ridley anything. Like, yep.
I said Ridley and Zero Mission, when you have every item so far, is a cakewalk.
Yeah. Really, just you barely have to do anything, and he's dead in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Although the
But if
final
you do
Ridley
the-
fight, Mecha Ridley, is a little different.
If you do 10% run, he's one of the first. Unless you're doing that glitch where you phase in and out of his.
I mean, at that point, you're pretty much having to manipulate him. So,
Yeah,
it just
it's
depends. I know now they probably found better ways to get through that game, low percent. It's still really hard, but they probably found more consistent, easier ways to deal with some of those hard bosses.
Yeah, Ridley was hard in low percent runs. Fusion? Isn't that a game with impossibly loud Ridley? Oh, no,
Yeah,
I'm talking about
Fusion's
Zero
a whole
Mission.
different beast, yeah. Yeah, he's talking about
Fusion's,
Zero Mission.
Ridley is a different story. And yeah, he breaks your speakers.
Yeah. I kind of feel like the modding scene needs to get on that game and just make a mod that just lowers his volume by 50%. Hey, they did it for Sonic Adventure 2. The modding scene fixed that game's huge sound balancing issue. Thankfully. So now I ride off into the sunset, but I will never be able to play a song again because I threw out the ocarina for an extra fairy. And you know what's the funny thing? I didn't even need to do that. Because we only used the fairy once. So I actually only needed one fairy, which I didn't even need to equip swap for. Neat.
Well, you were preparing.
Oh, I wanted to be safe, because the first time I fought Majora with basically that kind of setup, Zoramass bombs, that's it. I died, I'd like to say like 20 times. Every time I turned around, I died. So this was a huge difference. I only died once. So yeah, that is beating the game with basically nothing. It's insane. It can be beaten in less than an hour. Speedruns less than 30 minutes. It is insane how far this game has come over the years. Just keeps a little more broken. Moonwarp is the Ganondorf and barrier skip in Majora's Mask. It has been the holy grail of the speedrunning community. They've wanted this for years, and it's finally here. It is insane.
Just like barrier skip.
Yeah. Especially now, since you can do it in both versions. Even though it's not easy in GameCube. And now everyone wants the second holy grail, where you can do Moonwarp as Deku. Just go straight there from first cycle. That will be the holy grail. But make this game basically impossible. So, yeah, I don't think I would want that. It'd be cool to see, but I'm not wanting to play it. This is already hard enough.